Previously on Co-Parenting with the Spurlings.
I want them to be equally as proud about both of their parents.
And the DNA test has come back, and it says that I am Elijah's father.
We're going to be very good big brothers.
I don't think Stephanie likes my music.
You know, he's hiding behind it like he's playing games.
And play stepdaddy to your kids. So where do you pick his wisdom of?
This is the one gift that I'm going to receive. I'm going to keep it.
I hooked up with a fellow attorney. Many people know him as Colion Noir. And, we went over to Top Gun and we let him fly. I don't really get a whole lot of free time. I love spending time with my sons. I love them. It's the light of my life. They know they're blessings. But, just to be able to get out and hang out with the guys sometimes, it's cool.
Oh, you want to use it? It's going to be loud. Okay. Go get it.
People make a big deal about gun safety. They say the wrong people get guns and shoot people with it. Well, unfortunately, we live in a violent, hostile, angry world, and not everybody has good intentions. What we have to do is be prepared for the inevitable. And that is why I stay proficient in shooting. Because if somebody brings it to me and they mean to do me harm, I'm going to be ready and prepared to defend myself and my children. So my advice to people who are concerned about gun safety is you take care of your guns and I'll take care of mine.
I'm taking the boys to see the family. We've been busy with school and life in Texas, and sometimes they just like to go, and I like to go to spend time with the ones we love who we don't get to see daily.
I asked you how many. Well, I said if it's in 20 minutes or less, I'll have a fish.
20 minutes or less, that's okay.
Yeah,
You heard that, huh?
He said
If the golfers are not there, now we on a 2-fish quota.
Yes.
Get on, Roman.
It's raining.
Now, you see that bait there? Catch a trout on that.
A trout?
Yeah.
But that's the one you think will skip across?
Yeah. You put it like that. Yeah, and it across the grass.
Yeah.
And then catch a trout.
And see what he did. Dennis, watch when you got it when you got it off your line like that, you can't let it swing around. It could hook somebody. But you see the hook not even showing. That way it don't get tangled when you pull it in slow.
Oh, that's good.
That's real, right?
That's real. I stick to the fake.
What's the exact reason why do people fish?
So they could eat fish.
They have something to eat. Yeah. Anybody know exactly why it's necessary to learn? It was a good idea to learn how to fish.
We can teach our
When you're learning, we're teaching you now, so that when you grow up, you would have learned how to fish. When Grandpapa and I, and sometimes your uncles, we go out fishing, we have a time to slow down and talk about things, about things in the family, what's going on, what's happening, and just to relax and enjoy pretty much doing nothing.
Fishing is a relaxing thing.
Fishing is such an important activity because it reminds me of all of the stories my grandpa told me about his days in the bayou in Donaldsonville, and he's taught my children so much about fishing and crabbing. Let him tell it. They can fish with their bare hands, but it's just outstanding, the time and the lessons that they share.
Fishing is a relaxing thing. You have to have patience to fish, because you might go out there today and fish and won't get a bite. Next day you might go out there and get a lot of bites, catch a lot of fish.
What y'all think y'all prefer? The fishing with the pole?
Or the crab?
Catching the crab with the net?
Crab.
Oh, we didn't catch any crabs today.
Oh, see, you take this net and you get your piece of string and you tie a piece of a chicken in there, and you throw it in the water, and the crab get it, and you pick it up and you dump him in your ice chest. You cannot catch a crab with your hand, because he will bite.
Crabs bite?
Oh yeah, he bite and he bite hard.
Yeah.
He may not bite when it's fresh, so you gotta have a little scent to it, and then they'll bite much faster.
Did y'all enjoy learning how to cast y'all pole today? Who think they did the best casting today?
Me.
Oh, y'all think y'all did a good cast?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah?
I think.
I don't know.
Everybody.
I think y'all all did pretty good.
I think Dennis was the best man.
Well, Dennis the oldest though, Dad.
Yeah?
Second.
Dennis the oldest, and Dennis
Well,
has been fishing.
One time, our papa showed us a picture of him with 10 or 12 salmon, and they said that they had caught a stingray, and then they had to throw it back. My great-grandfather is a storyteller. We have no clue if they are truthful tales.
I have guns, but I also have children. And the most important thing for me is to make sure my children are safe. Who better to deal with these issues? We're talking about a guy who lives in an urban area, who deals with guns, who knows what's out there, what's lurking around the corner. You want to make sure you keep those guns away from the kids. And that's just where we are.
Co-parenting is nothing new to me. Co-parenting has existed in my family for as long as I can remember. So I'm grateful for having those examples before me and the different structures of how co-parenting can exist.
This is good. But you know our family does dark coffee. Yeah. Extra rich. But seriously, like I said, I've seen the highs and lows of co-parenting through you all, but you never quit. So where did you learn that? And or was it something that you just organically jumped into?
I was the first one in my family to actually go through a divorce. And I felt the entire time that I had this big D on the back and an F on the front, like failure, like I didn't, you know? Like, how come I can't figure this out? Everybody else did, and I gotta leave that behind me. But what I will thank him for is he made me strong.
That's what I said about Charles.
He made me strong.
Charles made me strong.
And what he doesn't realize is that he didn't take the good parts of me. And I'm not a bitter, oh, I hate everything. That's not me. It will never, ever be me. And so sometimes you gotta kind of bite your tongue, or sometimes you kind of get over the fact that you may not like something, and we were blessed. And so we just did everything within the power of what we knew. And I'm sure we made a whole lot of mistakes along the way to make sure that they were happy. And to me, the most important thing about any kid, and that's why I embrace y'all kids so much, is that they be healthy and they be happy.
I think that was one of my early moments where I realized the family structure that I saw or that I thought I was losing, I have this whole new beautiful thing to nurture. You guys taught me that no matter what I left there, God has blessed me so much more since then. So Mama, I want to tell you, it was hardest for me because you guys are beautiful examples of 10 years marriage.
18.
18.
40.
So with 40 years, and my mom and dad had, you know, I know Mama said there are a lot of ups and downs in marriage, but I immediately felt like a failure because I wanted to know if there was more that I could do.
But look at you. To make it work. And the marriage piece, it could not work in my structure, in my situation. But I'll be doggone. The co-parenting piece, that's gonna work.
That's right.
You co-parented. I know your transition, we are close in age. And I saw you. You guys y'all mean so much to me. And though I live miles away, the examples y'all have set, family, kids, church, finance, it's because of you all, honestly.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, there's no book for any of this. We make this stuff up as we go along. And we just pray to God that we're making good decisions and that we have support systems like your mom.
Y'all are my sheroes. Right. You guys are, even when y'all being silly, it's a lesson.
When I have these opportunities to have these discussions, be it at a great point of co-parenting in my life or a rough point, they build me up and they remind me that it takes time, it takes patience, and that we can do it. So I really appreciate the lessons and how they encourage me.
I have guns and I have kids. My children's safety is paramount, and that's why I keep my guns in a gun safe. And who better to advise me on gun safes and these different products than Colion Noir, who is my guy, the urban gun enthusiast.
You know, I got 2 boys, or 3 boys. You know, I got another kid, man.
Yeah.
You heard me?
I mean, yeah, you mentioned it.
Yeah, I mentioned it, yeah. Well, anyway, you know, the thing is, right now I'm just taking some steps to gun safety.
Yes.
I mean, are there any locks you can recommend for my handguns?
Nowadays, you have things like these biometric boxes where you come in, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Or you can set whatever code you want based on these fingerprints.
Okay.
And the beautiful thing is at night, if you're sleeping, you can just reach over, even in the darkness, and know, okay, my fingers are here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom.
Okay.
And then immediately what happens, it'll open up, like in this situation, you do the code, boom, pops open.
Okay.
Quick access to your gun.
All right.
Kids can't get to it, and then you, of course, you have a manual lock override.
What do you recommend for my rifles, my long guns?
For your long guns, all right, so for those, there's gonna have to be, those are gonna clearly have to be in a safe. They make these little standalone safes.
Okay.
And they're designed for quick access, but prevention of theft and people getting into it who don't be getting into it.
Like kids.
Exactly.
And that's my primary concern. Man, how'd I do, man? It looks like
I mean, it's dead.
Yeah, but I mean, yours is, all your stuff is cinemass and
I mean,
I think I got them in the family jewels down there, man. That ain't okay. I eliminated the threat. All right, let's go get some food here. I wanna use my fork to threaten the plate.
Thurgood Marshall is one of the greatest lawyers that ever entered into a courtroom here in the United States and in the world. I keep a picture of him and the venerable Johnny Cochran in my office to remind me of the caliber of attorney that came before me.
Okay, so you know who Dr. Martin Luther King is, but you don't know who that is.
No.
Okay. That is Thurgood Marshall. He's a lawyer. He is the lawyer that litigated and filed suit in all these different courts around the United States and the Supreme Court of the United States that help people in this country who are different colors and different races get equal rights. So that is one of the most famous attorneys that ever lived in the United States. It's because of him that Dr. Martin Luther King could be so effective. See, without him, it would have been meaningless to have all those protests.
I recently had an experience with the HPD. They racially profiled me. I dealt with the situation. I wasn't belligerent, I wasn't angry, I was very respectful. I understood they were doing their job. But the following day, I filed a civil rights suit against them. And I did that because that's the proper way to handle it. You don't go pounding your fist against a brick wall thinking you're gonna change. All you're gonna do is hurt yourself.
And when people see you, they make assumptions about you. You know why? Because of the color of your skin. Because of the texture of your hair. It's not good. It's not fair. But that's the reality that we live in. You understand what I mean? You know why they pulled Daddy over downstairs in front of my office, dressed something like this? It's because of the color of my skin. And it doesn't matter if I'm a lawyer or a doctor, or you want to be an anthropologist, that's a doctor, and what do you want to be when you grow up? It doesn't matter, son. You see, because when they see you, some people see you through the lens of prejudice. You understand what I mean? It just so happens that Thurgood Marshall is my fraternity brother. He's a member of Alpha Phi Alpha 2. But he's all our brothers, and he fought for the rights of all Americans to be treated equally in this country. And that's why I keep a picture of him in my office. Thurgood Marshall went on to be the first black Supreme Court Justice of the United States. Before that, there had never been a black man on the highest court in this land. And I'm very proud that that's my legacy. You know, it's important that we understand what's going on in the world. Now, everybody's not bad. Everybody that's white is not bad. Everybody that's black is not bad. I want you to always be the person to give people the benefit of the doubt until they show you who they are. You don't judge people by the color of their skin. You don't judge them by their religion. You don't judge them by the clothes they wear. You judge them by the content of their character.
It was a privilege to introduce my boys to the memory of Thurgood Marshall, to his legacy. And so I took the time to talk to them about what he meant to the black community and to what he meant to the United States and to the civil rights struggle, not just here in the United States, but around the world. Welcome.
Yeah, but you asked me in, I'm gonna have to go to the movies.
Yeah, I know you gotta go to the movies. I know you're busy.
Mm-hmm.
But look, the boys are getting older, they're getting bigger, they're turning into little men, you know, and I think, and I'm absolutely certain that we need to spend more time together. Me and the boys need to hang out more together. And
So you want to keep them later on a Sunday or pick them up earlier on Friday?
Well, I was kind of thinking if we could divide the days up in the month, because as at this point, all I get them is on the weekends. I'm like weekend dad, and you know I'm a good dad, and I want to get that feeling that you have. You know, for the past damn near decade, you get them every day.
You have them 3 days, I have them 4.
Yeah, Stephanie, but it's, you know, it doesn't work out like
Saturday, Sunday.
All right, okay. So I want to have the boys for at least a week at a time, maybe 2 weeks at a time in a month.
So what you're telling me is you want to have them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Homework, science projects, lunch money, immunotherapy appointments. I'm saying, like, you're telling me that you want to wake up at 5:30 every morning, making sure that they are out the bed, that their clothes are on, that their socks match, that they even have socks on.
I want more time with my sons. They need to be with their dad more.
You think what you guys do on weekends prepares you for Monday through Friday?
Steph, I want more time with the boys, okay? I don't want to have to fight about it. I don't want to have to fight you for it. I just want you to say, okay.
I'm not trying to fight you. I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna put a plan into place, I want consistency. Like, you have businesses out the country. You have a law office that you run. You have meetings that run over. What's gonna happen on those nights when you don't finish court until 8 or something?
When you have those nights, don't you call me? I'm there for you, Okay, and you don't overuse that, and I won't either. But the bottom line is, I don't want to argue about that. These are boys, and soon they're going to be men, and they need to be around me. They need to know what it's like to have a father in the house. But
here's what's going on. I was dressed to go see a superhero movie, and then you randomly pop up a conversation. Oh, Steph, by the way, I have this big decision that I want you to make tonight. I cannot make that decision tonight. What am I gonna do? What I'm used to is waking up every morning with the boys, and we have our routines. You're asking me to just jump into something. You have to give me time to even consider and to even digest what you just told me.
You know, Stephanie, it's a lot of selfish single mothers that have had that conversation with the fathers who want to be with their children, and we see what that's done.
I cannot give you an answer today. I'm gonna just say it. I cannot give you an answer today. All I'm saying is you have to give me time to think about it. You can't just, throw in there and say, Steph, we're gonna do this.
All right, I hear you. But I'm telling you,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to change how I feel, and I'm willing to fight for my kids. I love you. I respect you.
So is that a threat?
It's not a threat. It's a promise. Where? We will be back in court spending a lot of money if you can't make the reasonable decision to let me spend more time with my kids.
This is not how we function.
Okay, you're right. And I was hoping that you would take this better.
Good night, sir. Kiss my babies. Good night. Brush 13.
They're not babies. They're young men.
And my babies for life. Your big eyes. Whatever.
All right, now I don't get the last word.